Hi, in this lesson we'll talk about sequence and series. Definition of arithmetic sequence. It is a sequence where the preceding terms are obtained by adding constant value, either positive or negative, to the previous term. So kapag positive ang inad natin to the previous term, so ibig sabihin yung sequence natin ay increasing. At kapag negative naman, so ibig sabihin ang sequence natin ay decreasing. It is a sequence of the form A plus D, and A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and A plus 4D, where A is, ito daw yung first term, and then yung D, so ito yung common difference. So ito yung either positive or negative na ina-add natin dun sa previous terms. So kapag yung D natin or yung common difference natin is negative, so decreasing yung sequence, and then pag positive, so increasing yung sequence natin. The nth term of the arithmetic sequence is given by a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. For example number 1, find the nth term in the sequence 50, 44, 38, 32, and so on. Then find the 23rd term. So una is hanapin muna natin yung nth term using the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Where yung a sub 1 is ito yung first term, d is yung common difference. So a sub 1 is 50. So ito yun. And then yung common difference, d, 44 minus 50 equal to negative 6. So sa paghahanap ng common difference, kuha lang kayo ng isang value dito, isang number, then minus nyo sa previous number. So pwede naman 38 minus 44 or 32 minus 38. So, negative 6 lang din yung makukuha nyo dyan. So, direct sub na natin, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 which is 50 plus n minus 1 times common difference, negative 6. A sub n is equal to 50. Distribute lang natin yung negative 6 sa n minus 1, so magiging negative 6n plus 6. Kaya ang a sub n natin is magiging 50 plus 6 is 56 minus 6n. And yung hinahanap natin na term, which is 23, or 23rd na term, so n is 23. So a sub n, which is 23, is equal to 56 minus 6 times 23. Maging a sub 23 is equal to 56 minus 138. So, a sub 23 is negative 82. So, imbes na kung mag-compute kayo isa-isa para mahanap yung pang 23rd na term, so ito na lang yung gamitin nyo para hindi na kayo magmano-mano hanapin yung 23rd na term sa sequence na to.
So, pag sinabi nating arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression, so we'll be using the mode 3-2. So, ito lang naman yung gagamitin natin, yung mode 3-2. So, i-click natin yung mode. And then, 3. And then, 2. So, yung mode 3-2, gagamitin natin yan sa arithmetic sequence or progression. So, meaning, meron tayong common difference. So, yung x, ito yung, dito natin ilalagay kung pang ilang terms ba. And then, yung y, yung corresponding value ng every terms. So, for our example number 1, find the n term in the sequence 50, 44, 38, 32, and so on. And then, find the 23rd term. So, yung manual solution natin, nakuha na natin yung nth rule. Yung rule for the nth term. And then, yung second question is yung finding the 23rd term. So, ito yung i-caltech natin. So, dapat magtali yung answer natin dito sa caltech saka dun sa manual na solution. So, sa manual solution, nakuha natin is negative 82, yung 23rd term. So, kahit dalawang terms lang yung i-input natin dito, ma-identify agad ng calculator natin kung ano yung common difference. Kahit yung first and second term lang ilagay natin, so, pwede na yun. So, yung first, then second, and then yung corresponding values nila. So, yung first term, that is 50. So, ilagay natin 50 equal. And then, yung second term, that is 44. So, kahit dalawang terms lang yung ilagay natin dyan, kahit hindi na natin ilagay lahat, pati yung 38 and 32. So, kahit dalawa lang, mako-compute na agad nung calculator yung common difference. And then, click natin yung AC. And then, shift. Then, yung 1 na button for stat. And then, yung 5. And then, yung Y hat. So, yung Y hat, so, move natin yung cursor sa left. So, 23rd. So, kapag Y hat, ang ginamit natin sa meaning, hinahanap natin yung value ng 23rd na term. And then, equal lang natin. So, dapat negative 82. Ayan. So, negative 82. So, tama naman yung nakuha natin. So, nagtali naman yung sa manual saka sa Caltech. So, next problem.
For example number 3, two terms of the arithmetic sequence are a sub 3 is equal to 12 and a sub 20 is equal to 63. Find the rule for the nth term and find the value of n for which a sub n is equal to 108. So first, let's find the value of d. Isab lang natin yung mga values ng a sub 3 and a sub 20 sa formula ng arithmetic sequence. So yung a sub n natin, which is a sub 20 muna, 63 is equal to a sub 1 plus yung n, so 20 yung n niya, minus 1, so magiging 19 times yung d. And then a sub 3, which is 12, is equal to a sub 1 plus yung n niya is 3, minus 1 is 2d. So, ipagmaminus lang natin tong dalawang equations na to para makancel out tong a sub 1 and mahanap natin yung d. 63 minus 12 is 51 is equal to 19 minus 2 is 17d. So, divide natin to by 17. So, d is equal to 3. Isab lang natin yung value ng d dun sa arithmetic sequence. So, a sub n, 63 is equal to a sub 1 plus 19 times 3. 19 times 3 is 57. So, 63 minus 57 is equal to a sub 1. So, a sub 1 is equal to 6. So, sa kabila naman, yung 12 is equal to a sub 1 plus 2 times 3. So, 12 minus 6 is equal to a sub 1. So, a sub 1 is equal to 6. So, pareho lang naman yung a sub 1. Hahanapin na natin yung rule for the nth term. So, a sub n is equal to a sub 1, 6 plus n minus 1 times 3. Yung din natin is 3. So, a sub n is equal to 6 plus, so, distribute lang, 3n minus 3. Magiging a sub n is equal to 3 plus 3n. So, ito na yung rule natin for the nth term. And then, meron daw, hanapin daw natin yung value ng n for which yung a sub n daw is equal to 108. So, yung a sub n, yung value niya is 108. So, a sub n, 108 is equal to 3 plus 3n. So, 108, lipat lang natin itong 3. So, magiging 105 is equal to 3n. So, divide natin by 3. So, 105 divided by 3 is 35. Is equal to n. So, yung 108 daw na yun is pang 35 na value or term.
For our second example, so two terms of the arithmetic sequence are a sub 3 is equal to 12 and a sub 20 or yung 20th term daw is 63. So find a rule for the nth term and find the value of n for which a sub n is equal to 108. So in this problem, meron tayong third term na given or third value and then yung 20th term which is 63. So hanapin daw natin yung value ng n for which a sub n is equal to 108. So, hanapin natin dito kung pang ilang value daw or pang ilang term si 108. So, ganun lang ulit. Mode 3, 2. So, mode 3, 2. And then, yung value ng x. So, yung a sub 3 and a sub 20. So, therefore, 3 pang third term. And then, yung 20 20th term, and then yung corresponding values nila. So, yung third term, that is 12. So, yung 20 naman is 63 daw. 63, then equals. And then, AC lang natin. And then, shift 1, 5. So, kanina, value yung hinahanap natin. So, ngayon naman, dahil kung pang ilang term daw yung 108, so therefore, shift 1, 5, 4 tayo. For number 4, yung pipindutin natin. Number 4, yung x hat. Move natin yung cursor and then lagay natin yung 108. So, parang hinahanap natin kung pang ilang value daw or pang ilang term daw si 108. So, yung nakuha natin sa manual solution is 35. So, dapat mag-35 din to pag inequal natin. So, yan. So, therefore, 35. So, nagtali naman. So, meaning, tama naman yung answer natin. So, next.
Definition of arithmetic series. It is the sum of all the terms in the arithmetic sequence. So, pag pinag-add daw natin lahat ng terms or lahat ng values dun sa arithmetic sequence, ito ay tinatawag na arithmetic series. The sum of the n terms is given by s sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So, yung n, ito yung total number of values or terms na isa-sum or i-add up. And then, a sub 1, ito yung unang term. And then, a sub n, ito yung last term. For example, number 4, find the sum of an arithmetic series with a sub 1 is equal to 25 and a sub 32 is 56. So, ito yung mga given natin. A sub 1, 25. And then, yung pang 32nd na term is 56. Using the formula a sub n or s sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So, yung n natin is itong 32. 32 over 2 times yung first term, a sub 1, which is 25, plus a sub n, which is 56. 32 over 2 is 16, times 25 plus 56 is 81. So, calculate lang natin. Yung sum from 25 to 56 is 16 times 81 is 1296. So, yung sum daw ng arithmetic series from a sub 1, which is 25 to a sub 32, yung pang 32nd na term is 56. So, ito daw yung total nila.
So, next problem, find the sum of the arithmetic series with a sub 1 is equal to 25 and a sub 32 is equal to 56. So, dito, series, so meaning hinahanap natin yung sum or yung total sum nung yung first term hanggang 32nd term. So, ganun lang ulit. So, mode 3-2. So, AC muna natin. Mode 3-2. Ilagay lang natin yung mga values na given. So, for a sub 1, so, first term. And then, a sub 32. 32nd term. And then, yung corresponding values nila. So, yung first term daw is 25. Equal. And then, 56. And then, AC lang natin. So, dito, dahil summation yung hinahanap natin, so, shift, log, ayan. And then, alpha, x, and then, shift, 1, 5, 5, and then, shift, and then, itong close parenthesis, and then, ilang terms yung isa-sum up natin. So, simula first term hanggang 32nd term. So, from 1 to shift, close parenthesis, and then 32. And then close parenthesis. So, yung sa manual solution na nakuha natin is 1,296. So, dapat 1,296 din yung answer dito. So, equal lang natin. Okay, so 1,296. So, yung sum, yung total sum nung first term hanggang 32nd term. So, paano naman kapag simula 8th term hanggang 32nd lang yung hinahanap? So, papalitan natin yung 1 ng 8. So, simula daw sa 8th term. So, palitan natin to, delete natin, gawin natin 8. And then, equal natin. Ayan, so 1,100. Or, halimbawa, from 8 to 28, so palitan natin ulit. So, delete natin. 28. So, summation nung 8th term hanggang 28th term. Ayan. So, 882. So, 882.
For example number 6, find the sum of the following arithmetic series from 1 to 3 to 100. So, dito meron tayong 100 values from 1 to 100. Total of 100 values. So, ito yung first value. Ito yung pang 100 na value. So, ito rin yung magiging n natin. Using the formula, s sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. S sub n is equal to, yung n natin is 100 over 2. And yung first term natin, which is 1, plus a sub n, so 100. S sub n is equal to 100 over 2, which is 50 times 1,000 or 101. So yung total sum from 1 to 100 is 5,050.
So, next problem, find the sum of the following arithmetic series. So, 1, 2, 3, up to 99, up to 100. So, dito, same lang din. So, AC natin. And then, mode 3, 2, mode 3, 2. And then, yung first and second term. So, kahit first and second lang naman yung ilagay natin dyan. And then, 1 and 2 lang din. So, 1 and 2. So, automatic yan. Alam ng calculator na meron siyang common difference na 1. And then, AC. And then, shift. And then, yung log. Then, alpha x. Shift 1, 5, 5. And then, shift yung close parenthesis. And then, so, saan tayo mag-i-start? Simula 1 up to 100. So 100, automatic na 100 yan since 1 lang naman yung common difference natin. So, alam natin na yung 100 is pang 100 term. From first to 100 term. So, equal natin yan. Okay, so 5,050, which is the same as dun sa manual solution.
Example number 7, in the arithmetic sequence, negative 3, 4, 11, and 18, find the sum of the first 20 terms. So, yung formula for the arithmetic series, S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. Yung n natin, kung ilang terms daw, so 20, first 20 terms. Yung common difference natin, common difference, d. So, 4 minus negative 3 is 4 plus 3. So, magiging 7 yun. So, 11 minus 4 is 7. And 18 minus 11 is 7. Given na yung a sub 1 dito, which is negative 3. Hahanapin natin yung pang 20th na value. So, a sub 1, which is negative 3, plus n minus 1. So, n is 20 minus 1 times d, which is 7. So, a sub 20 is equal to negative 3 plus 19d. Or times 7 yun. So, times 7. A sub 20 natin is equal to 130. So, may value na tayo ng a sub n, which is 130. So, direct substitute na lang dito sa ating formula. S sub n is equal to 20 over 2 times a sub 1, which is negative 3, plus 130. Sn is equal to 10 times 130 minus 3 is 127. So, S sub n is 1 to 70. So, ito yung sum ng 20 terms ng arithmetic sequence na to.
So, next in the arithmetic sequence, negative 3, 4, 11, 18. So, find the sum of the first 20 terms. So, same lang din naman. So, mode 3, 2. Mode 3, 2. So, first and second lang. So, depende naman sa inyo. Pwede naman ilagay, halimbawa, gusto nyo ilagay is yung 18. So, ilagay nyo lang dito is kung pang ilan siya. So, 4. Yan, equal. So, yung first term, that is negative 3. And then, equal. So, negative 3. Equal. And then, yung fourth term, that is 18. So, dapat tugma. Tugma kung pang ilang term, saka yung value niya. And then, AC natin. So, ganun lang ulit. So, shift, and then log, and then alpha x. Alpha x, then shift 1, 5, 5. 5, 5. And then, shift, yung close parenthesis. And then, 1 to 20. 20. So, first to 20th term. So, equal natin yan. So, 1,270. So, which is the same as dun sa manual solution. And for our last example, an arithmetic progression starts with 3, has 9 terms, and the middle term is 19. So, determine the sum of the first 9 terms. So, yung arithmetic sequence daw, mayroon daw 9 terms. And then, yung middle term, that is equivalent to 19. So, mode 3, 2. Ang sabi doon, starts with 3. So, yung first term is 3. And then, yung middle term is 19. So, meron daw 9 terms. So, yung middle ng 9 terms na yun is pang fifth. Yung gitna or middle term. So, yung 1, yung first term, that is 3. And then, yung gitnang term is 19 daw. And then, AC lang din. And then, shift, log, alpha x, shift 1, 5, 5, shift, close, and then, determine the sum of the first 9 terms. So, 1, shift 1, and then 9. Then, equal natin. So, 171.